Me and my boyfriend just broke up right before our 1 year anniversary, and I want to talk about it. I've been pretty transparent about my relationship with him from the very beginning, like when we first met and started going on dates, and how he was courting me, just amazing. He was a really sweet guy and basically did everything right, but there were just some things missing foundationally. We didn't break up over any of the typical things like cheating or lying. One of our
Mm.
big foundational differences is he is a very religious person, and as a lot of you know, I left the church a while ago and I tried to get back into the church for him, but I just couldn't do it. Even on Easter Sunday, I went to church and I remember like I had a good time because they put on a production, like it was fun and everything. And, they had, we go to a really big Baptist church here in Houston. And so they put on a show, but I remember just like sitting there thinking, I want to go home. A lot of Christians will hear that and immediately think, oh, her spirit was being disturbed. And it's like, it's not that deep. I just deconstructed Christianity and I feel a certain way about it. And I just can never go back to it. And I knew that I really loved him because I tried for him. And nobody has gotten me to go to church again in years. But I said, you know what? Maybe I can just like, maybe I can just sit through it and try to do it for the sake of our relationship. And as I found myself, going to church with him on random Sundays, I didn't feel like I was being authentic. I felt like I was trying to force something and I knew that it wasn't going to last forever. Another thing is he really wants to raise his family in the church. Like he has this whole vision of, having a beautiful family that goes to church together and have like those type of Sundays. And I just knew that that wasn't something that I could see myself doing.
I want to sit here and really dissect what she's saying, but I can't stop thinking the one question I had almost immediately when I heard this. To my men out there who value their relationship with God, you know, we are of the same cloth, right? And I'd appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your support for the channel. But I have a question, especially to this guy. When I hear a man who's doing this, my question is why? Why? Why would you go after a godless woman if you're somebody who values God and Christianity? Why? Why put yourself in this type of a situation? I think this is the best turnout that you could have possibly experienced. I don't think people realize, man. I don't think people realize that marriages come down to two people who are as closely aligned, right? I'm talking about a marriage that works well, are as closely aligned with each other's values as possible. And I'm not saying that's just the only key to a fulfilled marriage, but it's the best place to start because after that, life happens. Life happens, and a lot of things can be off. But when those core values, what you value and your significant other values, are not aligned, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Anybody right now who's made the decision of marrying somebody who has vastly different core values because, oh, we were best friends, oh, we just get along so well, oh, they're my soulmate, they end up being miserable in certain aspects of their lives. They end up being miserable. We're talking about belief. We're talking about what life is all about. This woman was obviously honest with her ex and probably said, hey, I either don't believe in Jesus, I don't believe in Christianity, and you're allowed to be that. Right. And if you're somebody who's not a believer, then of course, the worst thing for you would be to find somebody who is a believer and somebody who takes that seriously. But she was probably honest with him. Why would you put yourself in that situation? I think too many guys look at women and they want to fix, rescue them, and I want to bring her in, Lord. I'll work on her. Don't set yourself up for misery. You're setting yourself up for misery. Let's keep listening.
Even with knowing all of this about me, he still was willing to wait for me to get there religiously. He kept saying, maybe one day like you'll come around and we can work on it. But I know that I'm not going to come around. I made this decision when I was like 17 and I'll be 27 soon. So it's been 10 years of deconstructing Christianity for me. And I just know what I believe. And I know that I'll never be back in the church and I'll never be a like consistent Bible reader. So I wouldn't want him dissatisfied with me as a wife. And I also don't want to feel forced to do something that I don't want to do just to keep my husband happy or my boyfriend or my fiance. etc. Besides the religion thing, I think another major thing that was missing was that natural male urge to do certain things in a relationship. And I don't want to go into detail because, again, he's not a bad person. He didn't do anything bad to me at all. Um, I think it was just there were some things that I had to keep repeating that I knew they weren't things that I should have to tell somebody. It should be something that you want to do naturally because you just want to do it. And there were just certain things that, I wasn't willing to compromise on. And I'm sure he has his grievances with me too. So we ended amicably. Like we have a lot of the same
Wait, did she want him to clap the cheeks and he didn't? I got it.
bad to me at all. Um, I think it was just there. Another major thing that was missing was that natural male urge to do certain things in a relationship. And I don't want to go into detail because, again, he's not a bad person. He didn't do anything bad to me at all.
It sounds to me like he was waiting for marriage, you know, with somebody who wasn't trying to um have sex with her like he was her husband before marriage, and she wanted him to bust those cheeks. That's what it sounds like. She's having an adult conversation here. So
I think it was just there were some things that I had to keep repeating that I knew they weren't things that I should have to tell somebody. It should be something that you want to do naturally because you just want to do it. And there were just certain things that, I wasn't willing to compromise on. And I'm sure he has his grievances with me too. So we ended amicably. Like we have a lot of the same friends. So I'm sure we're going to continue to see each other. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know I was posting a lot about my relationship on here. I also do want to say that relationships don't always have to end because somebody cheats or because somebody lied or if they're abusive, whatever it is. Sometimes they're just not your person. And I think some people are just better off as friends. And I can see us being friends in the future. Or at least just being cordial because we're going to see each other. I'm really grateful for this relationship because my standards have been raised through the roof. He was so
oh man. I mean, how much higher can they go? Man, you hear these chicks talking about my standards are now through the roof, next to through the solar system. Standards are so high, I don't even no man can qualify. Oh my goodness.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Wow.
sweet, so romantic, just did so many amazing things and was really a selfless man and was very patient, kind, empathetic, all of those things. And yeah, just really raised the bar. And I'm really appreciative of that. And I'm grateful that I was able to experience somebody who saw me and, saw my value and saw my worth.
All right. Well, it's good to end things on a good note. It's tough to date somebody who puts their content and dating life online. From what I've seen, I've never gone through it. It's always interesting with people who put their stuff online because they never want people to respond, right? They never want people to give their honest feedback about what they think. I already see right here that the comments are turned off. Maybe she did that to protect him. Who knows? Listen, of course, I'm Kushno. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.